Fraud is a really important part of carrier billing. As in any payment method, there is a degree of fraud with, there's always going to be incentive to defraud payment methods. And there seems to be a higher one right now for carrier billing. It hasn't been so properly standardized and properly protected by mobile operators yet. I think it's very important for mobile operators to actually do that because it's the main concern. Security is sort of the main concern that inhibits carrier billing growth. So, they have to sort of securitize the payment method so for it to enable it to grow. And I think it's pretty important for mobile operators as they're struggling for revenues because, voice revenues, data revenues, they are, broadly either flat or probably a little bit declining. So they are looking strategically into digital revenues and, becoming this digital mobile operator. That goes through definitely mobile wallets and carrier billing. So it is a very real need for them to actually invest, as it will be, something that will let them grow in the coming months and years. So they do need an anti-fraud system. So they do need a platform that's sort of unified and rolled out on all the touch points. So there cannot be a merchant that runs outside of this system that they put in place. So there needs to be sort of level grounds, same rules for everyone, for that ecosystem to actually start growing further. They will see sort of a bit of a decline because right now some of the revenues that they are putting in their books is coming from fraudulent acquisitions and suspicious to say the least. So they will need to sort of adapt to that, to take a short hit now, and then that will enable the growth in the future. I think mobile operators, they're split in sort of two categories. There's the developed markets and the emerging markets. So in most developed markets, a lot of the carrier billing is now around what Google and the app stores and Apple and Microsoft do, where it's more of a 80% towards this subscription and in-app purchases and then streaming services rather than the more traditional merchants and content services that you would see. So it's more like over to the Googles and Apples and Microsofts of the world. In developed markets, it's the inverse in emerging markets. And I think one of the things mobile operators need to look closely at is how they actually tie growth in carrier billing outside of Google, because otherwise they again fall into the trap of becoming overly dependent on one important player. They will sort of lose out as they lost out on the OTT space, and they have Netflix, Google, everyone sort of monetizing their subscribers without the mobile operators being able to get a cut out of that. So they need to protect carrier billing in that respect and sort of help it grow independently of the big players, because otherwise it will be the same thing all over again.